I am driving an EV today. It is my first experience. I had a bit of a walkthrough, talk-through yesterday, just to acquaint me with some of the subtle differences. And I'm excited. I'm excited to have my first experience and see what it's like.
I think it's important to be part of events like this because there is probably a bit of a knowledge gap around electric vehicles, and understanding the vehicles and the charging options and everything that's available is really important. And having events like this is the great way to showcase all of that to everybody, so that there isn't that fear of the battery running out and being stuck in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's really easy to be able to drive an electric car, and they're really good and fast.
Hello everybody, I'm Alison Ferns and welcome to the third annual London to Brighton to Paris Electric Car Rally. Yes, that's right, we've added an extra stop this year as we hop across the Channel to Dieppe and then onwards to Paris. And it is set to be another electrifying event with our biggest turnout ever. Over 200 contestants taking part in all manner of vehicles. We have electric motorbikes, we have cars, we have self-builds, we have skateboards, we even have an electric plane. But of course, this rally isn't just all about speed, it's about efficiency. Quite literally, for every mile we cover, we leave behind us a trail of zero emissions. Today really is a celebration of innovation, sustainability and collective action. So what are you waiting for? Fasten your seatbelts, charge up those batteries, and yes, let's drive towards a greener future. Stop that Land Rover. Look at that. What a vehicle. You made it to Brighton.
We have.
Please describe what you were driving today.
Well, it's a 1976 Series 3 Land Rover, just recently converted. It drove its first electric mile last Thursday, and so we've been kind of testing it over the last few days. And all going well, we'll be in Paris tomorrow.
How was the first leg of the trip?
It was very, very good, thank you, yes.
Fantastic.
No crashes or bangs or wallops.
What is it like driving an electric car?
It's really great, it's really smooth, everything's really sort of well screwed together in modern cars. It's just like driving a petrol car, really.
Amazing, and children in the back, and no one's crying yet, not even you, sir.
I might have had a little cry.
Wow, this is a proper family adventure, is it?
It is proper family adventure, yeah.
So are you going all the way to Paris?
I'm not, but two of the guys behind me are.
Oh, I thought you meant the kids. I thought we're letting them go on their own. They'll be just fine.
We all charged up on the Sunshine up in Guildford and then drove down here, all powered by the Sunshine. Very nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And very cheap way of doing it.
Well, yeah, it's free.
This is the sort of vehicle that is going to guarantee you some attention. What is it?
It's an Austin 10. It's a 1934 Austin 10 pickup where the petrol engine blew up and we took the opportunity to put an electric motor in instead.
Yellow car, yellow suit, understated as ever.
Of course, I like to blend in.
Can you believe this is the third year and really going from strength to strength?
We're just delighted to be here back on Brighton Seafront for the third London to Brighton Electric Vehicle Rally, which is the first stage of the London to Paris Electric Vehicle Rally.
Tell us what you're driving today.
Hi there, I'm driving a VW ID Buzz being converted into a camper van.
Will you be joining us in Paris?
Absolutely. I'm planning to do the entire thing from London to Paris without charging once.
Really? Is that possible?
We're going to find out.
Would you ever go back to petrol or diesel?
No way.
people celebrate their wedding anniversary with maybe a romantic meal, something like that. But no, not these two. They've come to an electric vehicle rally. I mean, it's a different way of celebrating 40 years of married life.
It certainly is, yeah. We've come all the way from Leeds just to do this.
So Beryl is down here at the rally. You don't know anything about electric cars at all, but I think that's what the beauty of today is really all about.
I've just seen the mobility things and thinking my sister could do with a mobility. If she had electric, it wouldn't cost her anything, would it?
What surprised you, if anything, about today's event?
Mostly the range of brands that do electric vehicles these days. It's pretty interested in all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more than I expected.
What are you making of the day so far?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely amazing.
How important do you think it is that we consider greener, cleaner energy?
Yes, I think it's very important.
For grandchildren, yeah, as they grow up.
Are you a convert? Will you be buying an electric car?
I'd like to when I can find out how to charge it, which is why I've got my brochures. And I think what's amazed me is the different varieties of electric vehicles. So we've had to walk along and look at them all, and there's so many different types to choose from.
We've been sponsoring the rally since the first year. I think it's a really important event to sponsor because it's out here, it's in the public in Brighton. It's not actually an EV focused audience, so it actually helps us engage with sort of everybody, not just people who are already into EVs, because I think one of the biggest challenges facing EV adoption is sort of lack of knowledge of them, things like range anxiety, can they, you know, how much do they cost? People just aren't familiar with them. This is a great opportunity for us to kind of be down here, engaging with the public and explaining the benefits of EVs. EDF, it's one of our core sort of missions is to help Britain achieve net zero, and EVs are a really important step in that journey. So aside from the environmental, with your CO2 reductions, it's also local emissions. So inside the city centre, where you're not putting out those local emissions in cities like Brighton, London, etc., where air quality is a concern. So our hopes for the future of EV tech and infrastructure is that I'd say it needs to be as easy to find a charge point that works as it currently is to find a petrol station. You know, the UK is doing really well on that. We do have an awful lot of charge points available, and they're ramping up really quickly. But yeah, that's what we need to give consumers the confidence that they're going to get behind the wheel and drive wherever they want and not have to have range anxiety. How we find in the event, absolutely brilliant. This is definitely the biggest it's been. We can see it's growing from year to year. We're really excited to be here, just seeing everybody down here in Brighton, and yeah, having a great time. Going to go and have another look down all the stands shortly, and yeah, having a great day.
I think it's important for us to sponsor an event like this because the EV Rally really demonstrates the capability of electric cars. We are, within Motability Operations, on a transition to electric. We currently have 30,000 customers in electric vehicles, and that is going to continue to grow as we move out to 2030. Understandably, a lot of customers have certain levels of anxiety about moving into electric vehicles. They're new after all, and so it can be a little bit daunting. Rallies such as this, where we've been lucky enough to bring some customers with us, really demonstrate that there is a strong capability of electric vehicles to travel long distances. So I think if you're considering an electric vehicle for your next purchase, I'd strongly encourage you to do some research online. I'd advise you to be quite cautious because there is a fair amount of misinformation out there. But really understand, you know, what are your driving patterns? How often are you driving very long distances? What is the charging infrastructure near your home like? Can you have a home charger? These are all questions I think you're going to want to really consider before making the choice to move into an electric vehicle. Knowing that this is the first accessible rally of its type, it feels really appropriate that Motability Operations are involved with the rally, taking part in the rally, and yeah, highlighting the capability of electric vehicles to our potential EV drivers out there.
Well, I think this event is really important for us to get our brand awareness out there. It encourages a lot of people that are trying to live more sustainably to take that step and get an electric vehicle and basically learn how easy it is to transition from your petrol or gas cars to electric. The main challenges with the wider adoption of EVs would be perhaps range anxiety, so making sure there's enough miles in the car to get you from A to B. I think we are going to show at this event, that's not an issue anymore. Also, affordability of electric vehicles. I think in the past it was kind of more higher end brands that did electric vehicles and they came in at a high price point, but there is a lot more in the market now with brands like BYD coming out with more affordable options for the average person.
Being able to be part of sponsoring this event, where this year there are 102 vehicles going from London to Paris, to be able to show and demonstrate that the normal, ordinary person can drive an electric car all the way to Paris without worrying about where you're going to charge it. What advice would I give somebody thinking about buying an EV is go and test drive them. Try as many as you can. I think you'll be very, very pleasantly surprised. Within about 2 or 3 weeks, you will have got used to thinking differently about how you travel, where you travel, what time of day you travel, and you will be working out your charging routine around that. We are trying to decarbonise transport to reduce carbon emissions, to slow climate change. We're doing that, or I'm certainly doing it for my children and my grandchildren.
Events like this, they have a big role to play in engaging the public. So today, less than 3% of cars on the road are electric and have a plug. So there's a lot more people that we need to reach and help them understand how electric cars work and how they can fit around their lifestyle. We carry a lot of baggage from our history of driving petrol and diesel cars, and we expect electric cars to work in the same way. They don't. There's a little bit of a lifestyle change, but actually running EVs can be even easier than running petrol and diesel cars if you know how to charge them in the right way and fit that around your lifestyle. So there's a lot of fear, uncertainty and doubt that's being spread by people who may want to slow down the change to electric cars. They're actually really simple devices to use. It's just like a mobile phone on wheels. If you can start to appreciate that, then the change to electric cars is pretty simple to adopt to.
Trying is believing, seeing is believing, and it's helping everybody to think, wow, I could get an electric bike and fit that into my life and have less car journeys. Wow, these new electric cars and vans and trucks, they're something that I could build into my life instead of thinking I have to do everything in a gasoline vehicle. And it's why we have some of the leasing companies, the rental companies and infrastructure companies like ourselves helping to show how EVs become part of normal life. It's a great event because it's got a mix of people who are deliberately here for EVs because they know they're excited about the electric switch, but we've also got kind of walk-by traffic of people who weren't in the market for an EV, aren't in the market to find out about these scary things they read about and people saying, oh, it's terrible, and actually get to hear some real facts and try some real vehicles. Here, the walk-by traffic is normal people who are then being exposed to real vehicles, real bikes, real infrastructure and going, wow, I could do that? And then they're going to come more quickly. So I'd say holding events like this in the middle of a town, in the middle of a high footfall place like Brighton Beach, that's a good place to do it, to break through into the every person and not just the early adopters.
Ferns is about to start. There she is, poised. Look at that professional. She is the kung fu of Radio Sussex. I would like to introduce her now. Please come on and help us deliver these very, very well-deserved awards for
Hey
today.
Brian, how are we doing? What a fabulous day. Alison Ferns from BBC Radio Sussex and BBC South East today, and it is a real honour to be part of these awards. I think for me, it's the passion shown by the organisers, by everyone who takes part. That is what makes this event so appealing. Today, obviously, is a rally, but it's not a rally simply about speed. It's about much more than that. Literally, every mile we cover, we leave behind us a trail of zero emissions, you know, which is a remarkable thing and something to be applauded. And that's what our awards are here to do tonight. So a big round of applause for everyone who took part. Shall we start with our first category this evening? Who was most efficient on their electric motorbike today? Could I welcome Mac McCann to the stage? Congratulations, Mac. Well done. We're moving on now to our city car category, and that award goes to Jason Hunt. Again, with a very impressive 5.44. Now we move on to our saloon car category, and that prize goes to Lindsay Warren. Our next category is for most efficient SUV, and that goes to James Court. Oh no, he didn't. Now you have to pick up the award on his behalf.
I won it.
I don't think you want to hear how close it was, Harrison. And we move on to our most efficient van, and that goes to Lewis Nyman. Who had the most efficient bus? It goes to Charlotte Horton. Well done. Now, one of my favourite categories, because it really does demonstrate the innovation that we have here every year at the rally, and this is our self-build category. So can you please put your hands together for our winner, Kian Duggan. And finally, our last award for the evening is for Best Presented Vehicle, and the winner is BYD Seal.
As Alison said, it is a community, and as Tim said very, very heartfeltly, is that a word? This is about a bigger vision, this is about a better future, this is about technology to change the world, and you're all part of it. Massive well done, thank you so much, and thank you again to all our sponsors who've made this event possible. Relax, enjoy yourself, I'll see you on the ferry.
Great joy and immense pride that I welcome you to Dieppe for the historic event. Your presence here today is living proof that long-distance travel with electric vehicles is not only possible, but achievable. It's a demonstration of strength, a statement to all those who doubt of the capability of electric cars. You are role models, ambassadors of sustainable mobility, and we are immensely grateful to you for that. Dieppe, the city of four ports, welcome you today with enthusiasm. We are proud to be the first step in France of your epic journey and to share the historic moment with you.
We met Bill and Harrison and Tom in the UK and saw the London to Brighton rally, and we said, hey, come on, why don't we stretch the rally across the channel and do London to Paris? And so Valerie and I met with Harrison last September and said, come to Normandy Ecospace and come, let's do a proper plan. And today here we are, it's the reality. A pan-European EV rally is really important because it shows that there is an alternative to flying for tourism between London and Paris or anywhere in Europe as the capacity for EVs goes up. This rally is really important to show what is actually possible today with today's technology.
made it.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, I'm so pleased we've got here, and it feels like a week. It's actually been 24 hours. So yeah, it's been a really, really amazing time. I think we've all learnt a lot, haven't we?
I think it's been a real adventure, and I think that's what's been so special about the whole event. I think I came into it thinking it was all about showcasing the technology of electric cars, and of course it is about that, but it's, for me, really been about the people and the camaraderie, and we're all in it together.
Just to see a lot of people that are enthusiastic about EVs up close is great for us.
The best part was the community feeling, different variety of vehicles, and yeah, everyone coming together for a good cause.
I think it's going to create a lot of interest for next year for people that perhaps haven't done longer trips, and the ability that they can do it.
It's been a huge turnout and a massive indication of the appetite for people to learn about EVs. Our event on Brighton Beach was fantastic, and really, I love watching you interview these. They're so jubilant when they come in. They've done 59 miles in a car, and yet you feel euphoric for them. It's a real celebration.
I've been driving EVs for 12 years. The infrastructure's just getting better. The massive variety of cars that are available is just getting bigger to suit all sorts of budgets. So it's just awareness of what EVs are capable of doing. Breaking down those barriers is something that excites me.
What's been your highlights? Have there been any special moments this weekend?
Seeing it all come together. Honestly, a year's worth of work this rally. The day we finished the 2022 rally, we started work on the 2023 rally. And having all the sponsors come together and all these Zoom talks about where they're going to be and how it's going to work and meeting new entrants, and then to have everybody together has been literally incredible.
And of course, it hasn't just been about cars. I mean, there's all been manner of vehicles taking part in the rally. We have had electric motorbikes, self-builds, they're always very interesting. We've had skateboards, we've had an electric plane.
Yes, I know, it's been a real, and we all supported by great sponsors. You know, we've had BYD showing some really great cars. You've driven to Paris in one, which has been great. You know, Motability Operations, another partner that showcase exactly what is possible for people. That's been fantastic. And the OGs, of course, is, you know, Drive Electric and EDF, who have, from the very start, saw what we were doing and embraced it.
So what is the future of the rally?
We've got some great plans for the rally. We've just had a little conversation over there with what we're working on next. And,
is it all top secret?
It's all very top
secret. If I tickle you, will you tell me?
If I tell you, I'll have to kill you.
Okay,
it is massive, the next rally.
And if people have been inspired by what they've seen this year, how can they get involved?
Well, they have to follow us. Our socials are absolutely everywhere, and they'll be rife at the moment, but probably even better than the socials is to look at our website and actually enter. It'll be the 30th of July onwards. We'll have the date and the details for the next rally. So please get on the website for the 30th of July and actually get involved.
I just want to say a massive thank you to all of our participants, all of our sponsors, our supporters, and the staff who have made this event happen. I think today we have proven that long distance travel in electric vehicles isn't just a dream for the future, it is very much a reality that we need to embrace right here and right now. Together, we have shown the immense potential for sustainable and green transportation, and I hope we've left that legacy on the streets we've travelled. Until next year, au revoir.